Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to evaluate the limit as x approaches 0 of -7 sine of 10x divided by 5x. And I'm actually going to show you in two ways. So stick around so that you can see how to evaluate this limit actually in two different ways. So the first step that I do whenever I am given any limit problem is I always start with direct substitution. And direct substitution means to directly substitute in the x value of 0 into this problem. So I would have -7 sine of 0 divided by 0. I already see this is going to give me a problem with 0 in the denominator. The sine of 0 is 0, so I would have -7 times 0, or 0 divided by 0. So as you can see, it means we need to do some algebra or think of this problem in a different way because direct substitution does not give us the value of the limit. So like I said, I'm going to show you two different methods. Method 1 requires the use of a special limit. So let me go ahead and show you what that special limit is. So method 1 requires you to know that the limit as x approaches 0 of sine of something, I'm going to use smiley face, over smiley face, oh, it's a little crooked smiley face, but the limit as x approaches 0 of sine of something over that something, as long as those two things match up, that limit is always equal to 1. So keep that in mind. So looking at this example, I see that what is inside of, or what I'm taking the sine of, is 10x. That is my smiley face in this problem. So basically what I want then is I want the denominator to also say 10x, but right now it says 5x. So it looks like I'm going to have to multiply that denominator by 2. So the only thing you have to remember is that when you multiply the denominator by 2, you're also going to have to multiply the numerator by 2 as well, because then it's the same thing as multiplying by 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do that. I would multiply by 2 divided by 2. So essentially I'm not changing the problem. I'm simply multiplying by the number 1 and rearranging some of this stuff. What I'm going to do is, I need a little bit of room in front of that limit. I am going to bring this -7 out in front as a constant, and then actually also this 2. I'm going to multiply those together. So I'm going to erase the -7 and actually change that to a -14 out in front. -14 times the limit as x approaches 0, and what I now have left in the numerator is the sine of 10x divided by, multiplying the 5x and the 2 together, I get 10x. And this is that special limit that I was just telling you about. So the limit as x approaches 0 of sine of 10x over 10x, well, that's just the number 1. So then I would have 14 times 1, which gives me an answer of -14. And that's one way to find the answer to this problem, is using that special limit that I mentioned above. All right, now for method 2 to find this limit. And method 2 comes from the fact that when I did direct substitution, I got the values of 0 divided by 0, which is called the indeterminate form. As soon as I get the indeterminate form, when I use direct substitution, I can use something called L'Hopital's rule. And I have made a video about L'Hopital's rule, so if you'd like to watch that video just to get a little more practice with that rule, click here to see that video. So once we determine we have the indeterminate form, we can use L'Hopital's rule, which means we are going to take the limit as x approaches 0, and we're going to take the derivative of the numerator and divide it by the derivative of the denominator. So the derivative of the numerator is going to be -7 times the derivative of sine is going to be cosine of 10x. And then I need to multiply by 10. That times 10 is using the chain rule when I took the derivative of sine of 10x. And then I needed to divide that by the derivative of the denominator. The derivative of 5x is 5. Now I can use direct substitution. Direct substitution would give me -7 times cosine of 0 times 10, all divided by 5. The cosine of 0 is 1, so I would have negative 7 times 1 times 10 over 5, or negative 70 divided by 5. And guess what negative 70 divided by 5 is? You guessed it, negative 14. So we got the same answer using L'Hopital's rule as we did by using a special limit. So I hope by giving you 2 different methods to find this limit problem not only expands your toolbox in mathematics, but gives you an opportunity to use whichever method makes the most sense to you and is most effective and easiest for you. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, comment below if you'd like about any questions or comments that you have. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to click that subscribe button. That way you get notifications as I post weekly videos about mathematics. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.